Ladies and gents, welcome back. It is a beautiful day out here, and today we're going to get ready to go to the Quail tomorrow. So we need to do a few things. I want to change the oil in my truck. I want to wash my truck, clean the inside, and then the BMW we're going to take for sure. I'm still undecided on the flat track bike, but I think for sure we'll take the Beamer, and we got to get that bad boy cleaned up. I'd also like to play around with the truck a little bit more. Oh my goodness, would you just look at that metal flake in there? Holy! But yeah, I still haven't figured out the electrical issue. We've made progress. One of the bulbs was bad. I replaced the ignition switch. But yeah, we're still having issues. So if we have time later, I'm going to want to go through and check all the grounds. And then I also would like to take the old steering wheel here. We'll pop this off and just see what's going on in behind there and just make sure that nothing isn't, like, you know, unhooked or whatever. But yeah, I got to figure out what the heck's going on with this thing. So I realize I talk about eBay a lot, but I don't actually show you all the time what I'm doing. So this is that carb rack off the CBX, and I am just getting it ready for a little photo shoot action. And what I'm going to do is we'll pull this off, and I'm going to pull one of the bulls off to kind of show just, you know, that the inside's clean and all that good stuff. Good old photography light. You can get these things on Amazon. They're really cheap and they work really well. And then I kind of have a shelving setup going on, digital scale for shipping. But like, this is some of the stuff that's listed right now. Some of it's not all listed, but we got a ton of Honda stuff. And then I got a couple boxes down here of stuff under the workbench. This is the engine, and most of the engine parts are under here, which I'm guessing we're just going to have to individually sell. And then, because we have even more, there's 2 or 3 boxes up here, and then the plastic containers, more plastic containers. So yeah, we got to go through that stuff as well. So these are the stock foot peg mounts, and I was going to look and see what they sell for normally on eBay, and then maybe polish these out and see if I can get more money for them. They don't look too hard to polish. It's got a lot of round bits on there, which kind of sucks. I don't know. We'll see what they sell for. Well, I kind of messed around in the garage for a few hours and let the sun go behind the trees before we change the oil in this bad boy, because I didn't want to bake in the sun. Oh my goodness. The dogs are all excited. Do you guys think we're going somewhere? We ain't going nowhere. No, 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 no. No, we're doing an oil change. I'm not gonna lie, being from the Midwest and living in California and having a truck that is 18 years old and it looks brand new underneath, I really enjoy this. Sometimes, you know, I just lay down here and stare at the underneath. She's pretty. But I guess we should change the oil, so good old number 19 for that guy, and then big fat oil filter right there. Pretty straightforward on this guy. Now I gotta ask, if you change your oil and your hand doesn't look like this, did you actually change your oil? I don't know. Probably not. Frig, I hate when that happens. This is always an awesome part too. Getting the oil filter off, and oil just pisses everywhere. Dirty as frig job, I tell ya. Yeah, that is a lot of oil right there. And we got a lot to pour in her. She's a drinker. So anytime you change the oil, you definitely want to change your fuel filter. Just look how dirty this guy is. It's pretty dirty. It's been about 10,000 miles, but yeah, we always go with a freshie. So I've decided that tomorrow we're just going to take the BMW. I'm going to leave the flat tracker here. I want to get that thing started before we attempt to sell it. And the truck cleaned up quite nicely. Got a fresh oil change. And yeah, I think she'll be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. All right, so yeah, tomorrow we're headed to the Quail. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe while you're here. This is kind of a short, boring video, but the next one's going to be awesome because the Quail is a hell of a show, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of like the, I told my wife, it's the Super Bowl of vintage motorcycle shows, so it's going to be awesome. Yeah, see you tomorrow.